Hey guys, it's Hybrid,
And it's White Sheep.
and we're here at Comic Book Versus Season 3, Episode, 3?
I think it's 3.
Alright, so this is one a lot of you guys have either thought about and messaged us about, or, it's been done before, but obviously, usually it's done by, like, people are like, oh, well, in this comic, or not this comic, but people are like, well, not logically, but they're like fan-wise, this person would win because they're like more popular, but this show is more logic and stat-based. So it's Hulk versus Doomsday. I have the Hulk.
And I have Doomsday.
Yes, so
this is actually going to be, this is one of those where we actually sort of disagree on what would happen, I guess, if these two fought.
Yeah, it will be less devil's advocate than I usually am.
Yeah.
Because I'm a really big Hulk fan. I love how complex the character is, like how each emotion essentially manifests different Hulk. Now, I'm just going to say this now. This Hulk is Savage Hulk. So it's like the traditional Hulk. This isn't World War Hulk, Green Scar, stomp half of North America down underwater. This isn't, Guilt Hulk. This isn't Gray Joe Fix-It Hulk. This isn't, obviously it's not Red Hulk, 'cause that's Thunderbolt Ross. But, yeah, essentially this is traditional Green Hulk that we see in Indestructible Hulk. That's where obviously because we do the most modern version. And then for Doomsday, it's pre-New 52, since New 52 Doomsday hasn't been introduced yet.
Hopefully they will, though. That'll definitely make for some interesting conflict in the New 52.
Okay. He's supposed to be in the villain week.
Really?
Well, that kind of bothers me because I was hoping they would save him for like when they do a New 52 version of Death of Superman. Except for obviously that doesn't really.
I wonder if they'll introduce him in Villain Week and like foreshadow a little bit about what would happen.
I would love if they did it. Like they just had like the New 52 background story of Doomsday, and like not actually show him yet, but kind of like set up for it.
I think it'd be great. So Josh is gonna go first, actually.
Yes. So the Hulk, real name Robert Bruce Banner, technically doctor or PhD, whatever, since he obviously has doctorate degrees in the fields of science like gamma radiation, nuclear physics, I believe, is the main field usually associated with Bruce Banner. But his abilities as a Hulk are superhuman strength, speed, durability, senses, stamina, reflexes, healing, longevity, transformation, which is obviously he transforms to the Hulk, Bruce Banner, various other forms of the Hulk, physical augmentation, and limited energy manipulation / projection. His equipment is a shield biosuit. Now I'm just gonna clear up a few things because some of these might confuse people. Transformation, I kind of went to that. It's him transforming into Bruce Banner and the Hulk, vice versa. Physical augmentation is very widely known that as the Hulk gets madder, he gets stronger. So that's what that means. Limited energy manipulation / projection. He's not firing energy bolts out at all. It's just that when the Hulk gets mad enough, he starts releasing gamma radiation. Just like how if Red Hulk gets mad enough, he releases heat. So that's all it means. He's not like shooting out energy bolts at all. So his equipment is the shield biosuit. It doesn't do anything really because the Hulk is obviously already quote unquote indestructible. But it's mostly for Bruce Banner in case, when he turns back to Bruce Banner, if he's in a dangerous situation. And also it has various other features like protecting Bruce Banner when he's not the Hulk in like weathered environments, things like that. So it's not, a lot of people are confused why why the Hulk would wear like an armored suit. It's not for the Hulk, it's for Bruce Banner. But as the Hulk, he ends up having it anyways. So for stats, strength, Hulk's strength is limitless. Obviously, the madder Hulk gets, the stronger Hulk gets. And there's a great quote out there on that, which basically means even if you're 10 times stronger than the Hulk, all the Hulk needs to do is get 10 times madder. And there you go. He's on your level. And it's gotten to a point, a lot of it's based off of how much Bruce Banner subconsciously holds him back when the Hulk is obviously angry. Because obviously the Hulk can be the Hulk when he's calm. But traditionally, it's when he's angry. So there's that. Then speed. His speed is usually clocked at a max of 700 miles per hour. So he doesn't go past sound barrier at all, nothing like that. That'd be very out there. But obviously super strength. His leg muscles are very strong too, so he's able to travel very far. And I didn't get into this, but super strength wise, he can leap very far. leap more than tall buildings in a single bound. Now his intelligence, it's what would be considered normal. Now traditionally the Hulk has quote unquote, he's an idiot. But over time the Hulk, he's gone from some forms being as smart as Banner and at times being normal intellect. Like this Hulk, he's not stupid. He's like normal, like he'll understand things that you're telling him. Like the previous issue, I believe, as of recording this, had Daredevil in it, and Daredevil was able to have a conversation with the Hulk where he didn't have to talk to him like a child. Like it was pretty simple. It was Hulk, don't kill this guy, like this is why kind of thing, and a child would not be able to understand it. But the Hulk, he's not an idiot anymore per se. He's more of just, it's hard to explain honestly. He's used as a weapon currently by Shield. Shield sends him out as their like WMD kind of, with no real negative effects back to Shield. Fighting, he's experienced. I don't think this really needs to be explained. The Hulk, he's fought against cosmic beings, the military, other superhuman threats. Just, he's essentially done it all. He's been everywhere, and a lot of that, he's even fought gods like Thor and Hercules, and hand-to-hand combat wise has beaten Thor. And likewise, I think he stalemated Hercules. I don't think they ever finished the fight. They got broken up. But Zeus kicked his butt, obviously, because he's Zeus. You can't, it wouldn't make sense for the Hulk to beat Zeus up. But anyways, Hulk is very, very strong. He is on a level far, far above most superhuman heroes or anti-heroes. Because you guys might be confused why we're doing Hulk and Doomsday, because we don't do heroes versus villains. These aren't heroes versus villains. These are weapons, honestly. The Hulk, he is used all the time, and even Indestructible Hulk, that's the whole thing of it, is the Hulk is being used as a weapon by S.H.I.E.L.D. Same thing with Doomsday. Doomsday, he's not choosing to do this. He was made to do this. He is a weapon.
Yeah, and you could make the argument too, Hulk straddles the hero-villain line. I'd say he operates in that sort of, in the 50 Shades of Grey, between the black and white. I mean, I just had to slip 50 Shades of Grey in there. I'm sorry. But, yeah, Josh is sad now. Turning to, moroseness, signs of depression. No, but, I'd say that, while Doomsday really, we've never seen him be anything more than evil, I think he and Hulk, in terms of where they are, I guess, are actually fairly similar. I think the only thing that keeps Hulk from being like Doomsday is probably Banner.
Yeah, it's the only thing.
Yeah,
like,
so if you take that away...
He's a rage monster.
Yeah, a rage monster.
And what is Doomsday? A rage monster. Exactly.
That can evolve.
Yeah, like, they are both essentially two sides of the same coin, kind of. Hulk is a weapon, like something like there was a comic, I believe it was Eradicator or something like that, possessed Doomsday's body and used it for good, similar to someone being in the Hulk, like Bruce Banner being in the Hulk. It was very similar to Eradicator being in Doomsday. Durability is indestructible. I gotta say, pretty self-explanatory. His current comic book is called Indestructible Hulk, and at baseline it's superhuman, but the stronger he gets, obviously the more durable he gets, and it's enhanced by his anger, so he is theoretically indestructible. And it's been proven by him surviving an explosion of a planet. He's withstood fighting beings like Sentry. He's fought in Celestials. He's fought in Zeus and survived. And that's a pretty powerful opponent. That's like Odin level, like Odin. You don't mess with that. Also, he has a healing factor too. It's not like Wolverine or Deadpool's healing factor, like reattaching limbs or anything, but it's pretty, like it's compared to Wolverine's, as in the quickness of him like healing cuts and bruises, but it's not like as radical as Deadpool's. I guess that'd be a more proper way to explain it. Now, energy manipulation is level 5, which is a single type but long distance, just because if he gets mad enough, he'll start releasing gamma radiation, which can go to long distances depending on if he gets pissed off enough. That was shown in World War Hulk, and also he was on a different world. Green Scar came out, and he lived up to the World Breaker name. It's a really infamous Hulk storyline for modern Hulk fans because he literally broke a world out of his anger. So there's that. Now his equipment, shield biosuit, which is just armor plated, temperature control, and gives oxygen to Banner if he needs it. It's mostly for Banner, not for the Hulk, but technically the Hulk still wears it, thus it's listed. Now I'm going to give this to White Sheep.
Okay. I know what y'all are thinking. Y'all are thinking this poor sucker didn't get the Hulk, so he's screwed. But I actually like my chances because I like Doomsday a lot. I feel like, honestly, since Doomsday came on the scene in 1985 in The Death of Superman, he has been one of the most criminally underrepresented, not a villain, but he's been one of the most underrepresented figures in all of comics. Because there's so much potential here, I don't think anybody has done really what this character is capable of. And I say that because he's a character whose primary thing is evolution. Now, regardless of how you feel about evolution, it's a pretty interesting concept for a character. Someone that can literally evolve and adapt to situations that is basically facing.
Like
that
Darwin.
Is facing, like, sort of like Darwin, but a little more badass. And that precise reason is why I think if he wouldn't win, I don't think Hulk could ever beat him. Because anything that Hulk does, Doomsday will just adapt. This gamma radiation crap, Doomsday will adapt to have like lead skin or something like that. He'll adapt something so that the radiation won't hurt him. He'll adapt something so that, you know, maybe he heals faster or he'll get more armor. Because the whole thing with Doomsday is, if a little bit of background, he was a Kryptonian science fair experiment, basically, where they basically left him outside a dangerous, they left him outside a protected area where things would basically just tear him apart. And he was a Kryptonian baby that they left outside to be faced by these creatures. And these creatures just tore him apart, and then they would bring in his body, revive him, and put him back out. And over time, he just evolved to be just this sort of badass of science. Now, moving on. Okay, so his real name, we don't know what it is. I've got to get my bit in there. That's my opening statement. His real name, we don't know, because it's Doomsday.
Booster Gold gave him that name too.
I know.
Of all characters.
Yeah, Booster fucking Gold. His abilities, he has superhuman strength, speed, durability, healing, adaptation, reflexes, and physiology. And his equipment is, he doesn't have any. He's just that badass. He doesn't need a biosuit. His strength is limitless, and it's enhanced via adaptation. You'll see, hilariously, this is the first time I've ever seen that. The bar is full, and the asterisk is on the last bar. And that means basically, he will just keep getting stronger. It's not fueled by anger. It's fueled by literally, he will be what he needs to be. And that is what makes him really, I think, unbeatable. I think this is less of a draw because they're equally matched. But this might be a draw. If Doomsday doesn't win, I think this is a draw just because nobody can beat the other. Moving on, his speed, he is 3 stars, superhuman, enhanced via adaptation. And I think even that is a little low, because that's as fast as we've seen Doomsday go. That is not the max of his potential. Moving on, his intelligence, it's impaired. He's not very smart, which is an issue. However, I would say that being the fact that, you know, Banner, the Hulk doesn't retain Banner's intelligence and is actually, he's not dumb, but he's not super intelligent either. I'm not sure that intelligence plays as huge a role in this fight, but I will give that edge to the Hulk. Fighting skills, poor. He's really strong, but, I mean, because his intelligence is impaired, he can't really adapt to being...
He hasn't learned how to fight at all.
He hasn't learned how to fight
He
at
just
all.
breaks stuff.
He just... And, you know, there's something to be said for just breaking stuff.
True.
But here is his durability again, much like his strength. It's full barred, and the asterisk is on the last bar. He is as strong as he needs to be. He regenerates and adapts to anything that tries to hurt him. And that goes back to what I said before about, you know, you can pull shit on Doomsday, but once. Energy projection, he has none. So, yeah, I guess that's my argument. Now I guess we gotta debate a little bit.
Alright, so
Josh, what's one reason why you think the Hulk would win this fight?
Okay, well, before I say that, I just want to yet again say this is Savage Hulk, not... Because I know everyone's going to want to be like, well, Green Scar, a.k.a. World War Hulk. You know, obviously, if World War Hulk was in here, he would destroy Doomsday
Oh,
immediately.
for sure.
Obviously, Doomsday would come back, but as soon as that fight began, Green Scar Hulk would just wreck everything up. Now, with regular Savage Hulk, though, I think it would be a drawn-out fight, obviously, as most of these end up being. But I think Hulk would win. And I'm not saying Doomsday wouldn't come back. But the thing with Doomsday's evolution is that he has to die first before he comes back. It's not, he gets beaten up a little bit, then adapts. He has to get killed by that thing first. And then he adapts to it when he comes back. So, and the thing is, with heat vision, yeah, you can adapt to be invulnerable to that. But this is brute force versus brute force. And the only way to beat brute force is by getting more durable. And the Hulk will just get...
has proven that he could do.
Exactly, but the Hulk will just get stronger. So I think in the fight, Hulk will win the fight. Yet Doomsday will come back. So it's a never-ending battle.
It's like a never-ending
so
war.
It's a tie.
It's one of those situations where, and we don't really see this a lot in real life, but you can win every battle and still lose the war. It's
like, I think it'll be the war will be a tie, because the Hulk will just get stronger. Doomsday will just get more durable. But I think in like a single fight, Hulk would win that.
There's something to be said for that. I don't think if we were going by like a single fight, something like a Mortal Kombat or something like that, like something sort of, I guess Mortal Kombat is the best thing I can think of to be an example of that. Something, like it's, 3 rounds, go.
Yeah.
I guess I would have to give that to Hulk, but I think if it's a fight to the death, well, since neither of these guys can really die, it's just a never-ending battle. The Earth is fucked. The universe might be fucked. So
they'll be fighting for days, for weeks, for months, essentially.
Hours, years.
And one thing I think we kind of have to keep in mind too is the fact that, and I know I wasn't planning on being devil's advocate here, but I feel like I kind of need to say this. Eventually, I think Doomsday would win like the round fight, because Doomsday will come back more durable every time. But Hulk will still turn into the Hulk at the base level. He still has to get matter first.
That's true. I think there's a chance that Doomsday would get stronger to the point of... I think there's at least... It's not a chance. It's a certainty that there would be a round where Doomsday's adaptation would probably catch Hulk off guard. And I think that would probably happen more often than it might be thought. I think that actually might happen as much as, a third at least to a half of the times. Because if he dies and he comes back, then he'd probably get the Hulk on the next round, and then the Hulk would just get madder, and then the round after that, Doomsday would
just keep
die, and then, heal, and then die, and then heal, and die, and heal, and die, and heal, and die, and heal, and die, and heal, until, the planet explodes.
Yeah,
so
I think the only way Doomsday would definitely lose this fight, and it wouldn't happen again, is if, A, Doomsday did something like somehow kill Betty and kill everyone Hulk cares about, pissing him off so much he goes quote unquote world breaker mode, where he starts emitting so much gamma radiation it destroys a planet. Or if he somehow, even though we're not counting this, but he turns into Green Scar World War Hulk. If that happened, I don't know. I know, like, obviously these characters aren't real, but if they were real and Green Scar Hulk came up to me, I'd probably just, I don't know.
You mean you're not the Hulk, Josh?
Nah.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess I think it would be a draw. I can't even hope that it would be. Actually, no. Fuck it. I think Doomsday would win. I think eventually Doomsday wins it.
All right.
I think eventually because there's like we've seen the Hulk get beaten. We've seen things happen that the Hulk just, there's a point at which, well, I would say in recent times that point is, less and less apparent. But historically we have seen Hulk's breaking point. I mean, I think Doomsday is one of those characters, like I mentioned before, where he's got so much untapped potential. I don't think any writer has really, really, fully, truly explored just how far Doomsday can go. So that's why I think Doomsday would win, because he's literally unwritten. So,
well, there you guys have it, boys and girls. Also, I want to say this now, if somehow you're still listening to it, if you guys want a guest star on here, like the first episode we had like a guest spot kind of, if you would like to guest star on that, give your opinion on who you think would win, Hulk or Doomsday. send us a message, or not send us a message if you'd like to be in the season of Comic Book Versus, and I will send you guys like a message with like the next matchup. The first person to get back to me on being interested in it, record yourself saying it, send it to me, and we'll put it on here and it'll be all cool. So that's it for me, Hybrid. Comment below who you guys think will win. Obviously, subscribe, like the video, share it, etc.
And sorry for the wait, guys. You guys know I'm like sheep. But yeah, I'd just like to say before we sign off, so sorry for the wait. Josh was actually away.
I was building houses.
Building houses and shit. On some Superman stuff. Just carrying the entire house by himself. And plopping it down. There's your house. Alright, so long ass video. But signing off, I am White Sheep.
This is Hybrid. See you guys.
Welcome to the herd.